Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoka empath, and I just like doing these little talks on how I feel about things. And well, I didn't do one yesterday. I think let's see, lots of different words for what I've been going through. More catchier phrases, ascension symptoms. I just don't got no juice, man. I did have a wonderful realization. I got my flashbulb moment, my light bulb moment. I got my idea, my reason of what, for me, it's all for. And that is anger. Yeah. I can't be angry. Justified, not just unjustified, it don't matter. This incarnation is for me to work through. Past, rise above, and learn to live in love and not anger. Yeah. See, I'm going to go back a little bit to my story. That story, there's a lot of stuff that happened in my story growing up. Terrible things happened to me, you know? And this is my story, and I recognize that terrible things happen to everyone. I don't know if they do on the level and the frequency in which they did, or as often. And if this is very common, then it seems like more of my videos maybe would get out because more people could relate to me, you know? But see, I'm not real relatable. I mean, I can relate to a lot of people, but for some reason, I'm not, I don't know. My circle has always been small. I think people go by looks, you know. People always underestimate me because of how I look, you know. Just the other day, a neighbor across the street, she's like, "Does your mom bake?" I'm like, "No, my mom is a terrible cook. She always has been." I said, "No, I bake. I bake some... What do you bake?" "Bake? What do you bake?" People look at me with scorn. "What do you bake?" What do I bake? I bake lemon bars with coconut and white chocolate chips. I bake key lime cupcakes. I bake cakes from scratch. I create. That's what I do. That's what we all do. See, we got these ideas that were posed upon us, that were given to us, that God is creator. God, creator. Well, where do you think he gets his ideas from? Same place we get ours. We're all creators. We all create, but what are we creating? Higher vibrational emotions and feelings or lower ones? Because of my fear and my anger for so many years, I waited for people to be a jerk to me so I could be a jerk to them. I did not rise above it. I did not choose love in many and frequent cases. I did not. I chose anger, hate, lower vibrational. As I was taught at a young age, sometimes you got to get mad to go through hard stuff. Sometimes you got to get mad to motivate yourself to get through things that you don't want to do. Things that you just aren't comfortable. Okay, bud? Love you, buddies. Comfy? What's happening is, you know, I had to learn to self-soothe a long time ago under insurmountable circumstances, you know, and I don't always do it good. I don't always pick the right choice and the right course of action, you know. For a lot of times I turned to alcohol to make me feel better, and then that stopped working, you know, and then I got quiet. And went inside, started meditating, prayer. When I turned away from prayer at some point, I think in my mid-20s, when I turned to alcohol, because alcohol replaces spirit. Huh, Benno? It replaces spirit. That's what it do, Marge. And so, I don't want to get too far off the realization that I had this morning. He likes it in the pockets. He likes the little pocket cubby holes. He likes the peninsula. the three corners, huh, Benzo? Is that Marge? Yeah, go around one more time for good measure. Okay. Anyway, so for a long time, so for the last 3 years, I've been, I got back to my place of, I've been trying to get out of my place of, or denying anger, or just trying to avoid it, or, instead of processing it, the reasons why. And it wasn't until yesterday I was watching a little clip that I watched a few years ago that, God, it's given me quite a bit of solace. And it's just, I'm not going to get the whole story, it's just a real quick blip, but because I was like, why am I getting so irate at these stupid little things? This dumb little stuff. It's all back to powerlessness. I know that I am. I know that things are going to happen in life that I don't want. I know that life is going to be painful and it's going to hurt, and I know that I can't keep everything and everyone I care about safe all the time. What I can do is I can live in support. That's what I can do. I can sit quietly with people while they're going through a hard time. Yeah, it's just, having someone there. Usually I gotta stay quiet because I say the wrong thing sometimes. Or just like, it's what Heiko do. We put our feet in our mouth a lot. We eat a lot of crow, as the old saying goes. So, what I had to realize is that my anger, everybody's anger, is just toxic. It's just poison. And when it doesn't matter if I'm in a bad mood for just a minute, it takes from a good day, So what I decided to do today is when I woke up, I got up and I'm not going to be mad today. Every time I let the dogs out, regardless of what time, I let the dog's out or whatever needs to. Every time I walk past Mom, I tell her I love her. Every other time, give her a kiss on the head, to make sure that she's good, And she made it through a lot of stuff in anger, and now she's just like, I won't fight for or against anything. She has no fight left in her. So even when I get mad, and throw a temper tantrum and carry on and just be a jerk, freaking affects everything and everyone around you, So then I look at society today, and people don't want to hurt people, I don't think. I mean, there are some people that do, don't get me wrong. Freaking the world ain't all love and light. It ain't. And for people to think that it's all love and light and ignore the dark, well, that's what we did. And my buddy and I that's what we did up to this point. Look what's happened. It's like, hey, I was talking to my buddy this morning, and I was like, dude, when I was a little girl, I never thought that freaking there would be these freaking ritualistic sadists that freaking ran the country based on, stuff that their people did before them, and that's how they got their power. So they're like, well, if you freaking do this weird, sadistic, ritualistic stuff, then you're going to stay in power too. But the reality of it is, it's just all holding, you did this, and it's like, you got to do what I want, so who gets the power? Because all this whole eruption of corruption is coming up for frickin' the 2020, the year of clear vision, and you can't hide it. People can't hide the grossness what they are. If you're a freaking pervert and you're freaking doing things to kids and you're hurting animals and you're freaking, that taking, it's all coming out, and people are going to see you for who you are, and that's on you. And all the causes for action, for all the things that people have done, I was listening to Marge talk about not picking up karma, and I'm just like, that's what I'm trying not to do. It's like with anger comes, I can acquire karma, I can't tell you how many times freaking stupid stuff is broken just because I was just mad, I mean, stuff I don't even, just, what? Like, I'm a slider. I go through a lot of light bulbs. Stuff just breaks. Anyway, it's gonna be a hard week. It is. It's gonna be hard. People are freaking their egos are freaking dwindling and freaking they're hanging on for dear life. So, we're gonna have there's gonna be conflicts. There's gonna be military conflicts. Because freaking swinging wieners and stuff. Gotta prove that you're a man. But man is creator, right? God, creator. God creates life and love and all those things. But there's gonna be some more because that's how profits are made. These old guys gotta freaking make their profits. Gotta make that money. 'Cause money's what makes the world go round, and it's what buys all the happiness, right? People are quickly finding out that that isn't true. God, like that freaking lawyer down in Southern California just freaking shot it himself, his son, his daughter. His daughter freaking escaped out the window. But it's just like, yeah, you guys have plenty of money. How come you're not happy? I don't want to cause harm to people. I don't have a lot of money. So why, it's that lack. It's that, I was talking to my buddy this morning and I said it's lack mentality is what, rich people have lack mentality too, because you have people that have been in poverty, and so they get out of it and they're going to do whatever they can to keep from going back to that poverty mentality. So they keep and they squander and it's all theirs and hang on and tight and do all that. But what they have is they have the same mentality is that they had when they didn't have enough, and they have plenty. So why don't you do yourself a favor and free yourself up? Huh? A lot of people are freeing themselves up right now. They're looking at like the ways they've always been told, and they're like, man, that just don't work for me, man. All these religions that say you don't kill people, and then our governments do. It's just all this contrary Mary stuff. It's people have to wake up to it. So maybe they can learn to report on it or stop it when they see it happen. Instead of allowing of all this allowance because of the people and power and control and money, property and prestige, all that stuff. Say so? It's weird. But anyway, that's about all I got. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.